Hey guys, and welcome back to the Peteytown Piranhas, a college football 26 team builder dynasty. In this episode, we're going to be doing all Big 12 conference play as we take on Iowa State, then do a little bye week, and then we're going to travel to BYU and Cincinnati. This is a really big week as Jared Burden is going to come on a visit to watch us play, so we got to be on our A game to impress him and try to get him to come to us over Michigan. And if we don't get him this week, strong safety Zach Fowler is going to be on a visit with us during the bye week, so I think we're in good shape for him. Along with Zach Fowler on that Week 8 visit will be Johnny Whitaker and Grant Stitzer, and those are much closer battles, trying to come from behind here for Grant, so that bye week is definitely going to be important for us as far as recruiting. Iowa State has been pretty successful this season. They're at 4-1 with an 80 overall, but we're hoping to stop that success in its tracks here at the Piranha Tank. Iowa State's going to try a pass on their first play, and they're going to get a nice toss out there to the receiver for a first down. Play action now for Iowa State, stepping up in the pocket and throwing to the sideline. He gets hit hard, but not after a 9-yard gain. And handoff up the middle is going to easily get them another first down. After getting a few first downs, Iowa State's on 3rd down and 4 near midfield. They're dropping back to throw. He's going to throw it out to his man, and he's going to make the secure catch and move forward. 1 3rd down leads to another as they're on 3rd down and 3. We're going to drop back to throw again on this one. We're going to bring pressure in. He's running for his life and just manages to get the ball away. They're going to come trot their kicker out here for a field goal attempt. He's going to put it up, and it is going to float through the uprights, and Iowa State's going to take the early 3-0 lead. Here's Chuck Noll on first down, spinning and just muscling his way for 8 yards. Nate Myers is going to throw one, and that's a dart to Alex Payne for a big gain. 3rd down and 4, facing the Piranhas. Nate Myers making some adjustments. He's going to drop back, and he is going to try a deep ball, floated, and it's double covered, but it is caught, and they can't bring him down, and that's going to be a touchdown for the Piranhas. Nick Cummins just absolutely just manhandled their guys there, and he is going to make that catch for the touchdown. What a great play by him. Nate Myers gave him a chance on this play, just floating it up high into the air, and just he had the step, and it looks like he might have tipped it, but Nick Cummins with that concentration reels it in, and he is going to put us up 7-3. After our touchdown, it's 3rd down and 9 for Iowa State. They are going to drop back, looking for somebody, dumps it over the middle to his safety valve, and he gets them the first down. Bringing a blitz, he sees it, and he just throws it out very quickly, and his man is going to move the sticks. Looking, and he is going to get pressured and get taken down by Byron Leon. So Byron Leon, after they got that chunk play on the previous play, he's going to knock him back. Here's a screen for Iowa State, trying to get some of that yardage back from the sack, and they will do that. And that's going to be a 10-yard gain. 3rd and 9 for the Cyclones. They're in an empty formation. They are going to drop back. We're going to bring some pressure, and that is going to force a quick throw that we're there to cover. Both offenses stuck in the mud a little bit in this second quarter, and we're back here on offense trying to get something going. And Nate Myers is going to drop back, throw a dart over the middle, and he's going to get behind the coverage, and he is going to be gone for the touchdown. Sam Miles making a big play there, using his good speed to get away from their defense, and Nate Myers put it exactly where it needed to be for that gain to happen. Iowa State play action, throws over the middle to a wide open man, and they're going to get a chunk play. And we are going to get the pressure in this time off of the play action, and Byron Leon's in there again for his 2nd sack of the day. Byron Leon helps set up a 3rd down and very long here for the Cyclones. They're going to drop back. We're going to get some pressure in on him, and he is going to scramble for it but not get much, and they are going to have to punt the ball away. Manu Ochi is going to get around it, and now Manu Ochi is free, but he is brought down. What a nice return from Manu Ochi, but he just got caught down there. Nate Myers is looking. He's going to scramble, but they are going to bring him down for the loss. Sack on first down is going to make it a 3rd down and 12 for the Peteytown Piranhas. Nate Myers looking for something, and he is going to try a short route, and they are all over it. A broken tackle, but they all converge to make the stop. And here comes Manuel Amador sending the ball towards the uprights, and it is no good. He missed it, so the score is going to stay at 14-3. Read option, and he's got the space he needs. He gets a nice block on the edge and tries a spin, but we're able to stick him down. Another play action. We brought some pressure, and the pressure is going to get off the blocks now, as it's going to be Jake Arkin and Eric Gooden on the sack to bring down their quarterback. So our pass rush is getting home in this game pretty nicely. Over the middle, they're going to get it complete, and he almost got around the edge, but we're able to drag him down. At the 2-minute warning, it's a 3rd and 12 for Iowa State. Man's pointing out some changes, and he's going to drop back. We just rushed 4, almost gets home, but he's able to get it out there for a decent chunk on that play, but not enough for the 1st down. However, it is enough for them to try a 4th down play here on 4th down and 2. It's a long 2. It's really almost 3, but they're going to try a run, but it is stuffed there, and we are going to get off the field on a great stop by our defense. Nate Myers looking. He's just going to dump it off to his man, and he's going to get some nice yards, really fighting for extra yards, and he's going to end up getting a 9-yard gain out of that. Myers throws it quickly, and they just gave him the soft zone, and he took it. Myers looking. He's going to throw a crossing pattern, and he jukes his way and gets it to about the 35, and we're going to take a timeout. 1 timeout remaining for the Piranhas with 26 seconds left. Nate Myers, clean pocket, and he's able to deliver a throw over the middle for 8. 3rd and 2 with 14 seconds left. No timeouts for the Piranhas, so we got to be careful with what we do here. Nate Myers is going to take the snap. He's going to look, see what he's got, and they almost brought the pressure in, so he just wisely throws it away. Manuel Amador is going to come out for a 44-yard field goal attempt. He's going to put it up, and the kick is through, so the Peteytown Piranhas are going to go into halftime with a 2-touchdown lead. Manu Ochi's got the space he needs up the middle off some nice blocks from the O-line. Handing it off to Chuck Noll, and they just clear a path for him there. Nice job by the O-line and our fullback. A couple of Chuck Noll runs only get 3 yards, so we're here on 3rd down and 7 for the Piranhas. Nate Myers is going to take it. Look, see what he's got. Throws it over the middle, and it is going to be caught for a nice chunk play to get into their territory. More towards outside the hash than the middle, but it's a completion all the same. Chuck Noll's got the space he needs, and he's had a couple of nice runs on this drive, and that one's no different. Spreading them out wide again on 2nd down and 4. They're crowding the box a little bit, so we got to be careful, but hey, we just run right by them. Their guy was in the backfield, and Chuck Noll is able to take it for a nice chunk play to get it inside their 7-yard line. Myers throws it quickly on a little stick route. Alex Payne trying to fight his way in, but he can't quite get in there. From the inches line now, the Piranhas are setting up. It's going to be a handoff, and it's going to be an easy walk-in score for Manu Ochi. So very nice balanced drive attack by the Piranhas there. A lot of chunk runs and some timely passes, and we are going to put the score to 24-3. Really took a lot of time on that drive for the Piranhas, so Iowa State's got to make a response here, and they will start it off well with a nice completion off the RPO. Nice out route, gets himself open, and we are going to hit him down just before the marker. Empty formation on 3rd down and 1 for the Cyclones. He's dropping back, throwing it quickly, and they've gotten us a few times with that out route, and it works here again. We're going to throw a little RPO peak flat out there, and it's going to be enough for the 1st down. Dropping back, and he had pressure immediately, but he gets it out, and it's going to be beautifully intercepted out there. Just absolutely boxed out coverage, and that's going to be Zach McGarrigle on the interception. What a great play by him, just absolutely covering that wide receiver. He just boxed him out and made the interception. After the interception, our offense couldn't really do anything, so Iowa State's back out here on offense. They're going to try a read option, and that goes well for them as we're caught out of position, and their quarterback's got a lot of room to run, and he is going to get it all the way into our red zone. Just a complete missed assignments on where we had our run stopping, and they take advantage of it with a huge run by their quarterback. 3rd and 15 for the Cyclones, really needing something here if they want to make this a game. And they are going to find it on the post route, and their man breaks our tackles, and he's going to get into the end zone. So Iowa State starts the 4th quarter with some fireworks, and they're going to make it a 2-touchdown deficit. And Chuck Noll's going to find the space he needs. He's going to reach out and fumble, but thankfully we're there to recover it. 3rd and 2 for the Peteytown Piranhas. Nate Myers has a bunch to the right of the formation, but we're going to run the opposite way with Manu Ochi, and he's going to get us enough for the first down. 3rd and 8 for the Piranhas now, near midfield. Myers looking, throws a strike, but it is intercepted as their man just goes underneath our route, and he is going to make a huge play for the Cyclones. So in our territory now, the Cyclones really have a shot here, and they are going to dump it off to their man Wisely, and he gets them 9 yards. Handoff, he tries to go outside. He might have gotten some more space inside, but Jake Arkin shuts the door. 3rd and 1 now, sending a man in motion. It's going to be another run, and this time it's blown up again, and we are going to get him to a 4th down now. 4th down and 1, the Piranha tank going crazy. We're crowding the line. They're going to try another run, and we stuff it again. So 3 straight runs are stuffed, and the Piranhas get off the field. Nate Myers, clean pocket, throws it outside to a wide open man, and he's got nothing but black turf in front of him, and we are going to score a touchdown. And that's going to be Nick Cummins just using his route running ability to get himself free on the corner route, and the Peteytown Piranhas are going to take a 3-touchdown lead again. So what a great sequence. It started off not so great with the interception from Myers, but then a great defensive stop gives us the momentum we need, and Nick Cummins takes full advantage of it with a long touchdown reception, his 2nd of the game. And we are going to send in the pressure, and the blitz works to perfection as it's going to be Sean Leonhardt getting back there for the sack, and now Iowa State's in real trouble. 3rd down and 14 for the Cyclones, really looking at their last chance here to do anything in this game. And they are going to go with a power read that's faked. They're going to try a deep ball, and their man makes the catch. So he had tight coverage on him, but he just turns around nicely, locates the ball, and makes a huge play for his team. Sending a blitz, and they throw it where our blitz was coming from to get a chunk play. Quarterback stepping up, and he is going to throw an interception, trying to get it outside the numbers, but we undercut that in some nice coverage there, and that probably will do it for this game as the Peteytown Piranhas just overwhelm them with some turnovers and some good pass rush, and we are going to get out of here with a W. So after that ceiling interception, we weren't done putting more points on the board as we added 2 touchdowns to make it a 45-10 victory for the Peteytown Piranhas. Just a lot going right for us in this game outside of 2 interceptions from Nate Myers, one of them happening off camera, but really, everything else was very good for the Peteytown Piranhas in this one. Really happy with the total team effort today. We had a really balanced offense in this one with 515 total yards to their 366. We had 181 rushing yards and 3 touchdowns, while they had 73 rushing yards. Passing, we had 334 yards to their 293, and they were 5 of 13 on 3rd down, while we were 6 of 11. And then we managed 3 turnovers, while we had 2 ourselves. Nate Myers put some throws together, but a little bit of a struggle with interceptions as he had 334 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions, and then he also was sacked once. On the ground, Chuck Noll led the way with 14 carries, 79 yards, while Greg Hayes came in and got a big 74-yard touchdown run, and then Manu Ochi had 9 carries for 21 yards and a touchdown. Then off camera, Nick Rave came in on a wildcat play and got himself a 7-yard touchdown. Through the air, we had 2 big standouts, with Nick Cummins getting 5 catches, 135 yards, and 2 touchdowns, while Sam Miles got 6 for 125 and a touchdown. On defense, Sean Leonhardt and Eric Gooden both had 10 tackles. Our pass rush was effective today as Byron Leon got 2 sacks, Sean Leonhardt had a sack, and then we got half a sack each from Eric Gooden and Jake Arkin. Interceptions, Eric Gooden had an interception off camera, while Gio Arma had that ceiling interception where I turned the camera off after it, and then Zach McGarrigle had that very nice interception in the end zone. And Manuel Amador missed a kick today, which has been rare this season, but he did make one for 44 yards. And 5-star left tackle Jared Burden is going to be joining the Peteytown Piranhas offensive line, so we're very happy to have him. Following Jared is going to be strong safety Zach Fowler. Going through recruiting now, Byron Talib still in first place. We just marked him for a Week 11 visit in the future. And then Elijah Addison is on a visit this week for the bye week. Mike Lurker linebacker Enrique Moultrie is going to be put on a Week 11 visit as well. We got his hard sell going. Andre Demukeji is going to be getting the 60-hour treatment with a hard sell and a soft sell here. You got the gamer as his hard sell and standard bearer for the 20 extra points. And I know he should be closing out soon, but North Carolina back there with a scholarship on him, I kind of just want to close out this recruit here. And then Jamal Tavares is also going to come on a Week 11 visit, but we're going to have to kind of protect ourselves as Florida's got a Week 9 visit for him, so hopefully we can stay in front even with that happening. And right now I'm just setting the house and DMing him, because with the hard sell that he has, it's not good grades, so trying to pair it with anything else isn't really worth it, especially trying to go for like a sway. It's not really going to work because those D+ grades on a couple of his interests, so trying to get that to work probably wouldn't be in our best interest at this point. And Johnny Whitaker is also going to get the bye week visit, so got a couple of guys here trying to get them to complement each other, and should get a pretty nice boost from 2 other guys coming in, so hopefully with it being in the top 3, that gives us what we need to get him in the building. Then Grant Stitzer is going to be in first place as he overtakes Nebraska, and now we're just hoping the Week 8 visit that we've been talking about kind of helps him along. We also added this gem agile athlete Quincy Vick, and right now we're the only school offering him, and that's probably because the stats don't really pop off the page at you, but he does have that quick step ability and 80 impact blocking, and he does have the gems, so whatever we can get him in for, I think he can really help contribute to the team, and we'll see what we do. Before we moved on from the bye week, we did find this gem athlete Leon Brahms, and he sticks out with his 92 speed and 88 acceleration, so see what we can do with him. And wide receiver Andre Demukeji is going to join us, a 5-star. Always love having those 5 stars joining us. And another with cornerback Johnny Whitaker to join our defensive back room. And how about a third with will linebacker Grant Stitzer? And I put that visit on for Byron Talib, but it might not matter at all because we might not need to get there with him closing in the top 3 stage. As for Elijah Addison, he's also in his top 3, but that Georgia Tier 3 pipeline is making me nervous, even though their visit isn't for another few weeks, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully he commits to us. As for Jamal Tavares, we're just hoping that Week 9 visit against Florida does not go well for them. We took a massive jump here for Quincy Vick, who I highlighted, and he is well in first place over Maryland and other schools, so looking very good to get him. And we even jumped into first place for Leon Brahms, so just add some more points onto him and we'll be well on our way. Now it's time to travel to Brigham Young University, and they are a 74 overall with a 3-3 record. So hopefully we can take a little road warrior mentality into this one. Our defense started the game with a 3-and-out, so our offense is taken over here on 2nd down. We are going to do a little RPO, and it's a quick hitter out there for Sam Miles. 3rd and 2 for the Piranhas. Nate Myers is going to throw for it, and it is going to be complete on a contested catch for Sam Miles. And here's Alex Payne getting the little angle route on the trail, and we are going to get 9 yards. And a little RPO, and it's the nice hitch route out there. Sam Miles just stops on a dime. Sending pressure is BYU, but Alex Payne gets behind them and gets a nice completion for the 1st down. 3rd down and 8 for the Piranhas now, just inside their red zone. Nate Myers looking. He's going to throw it over the middle, and he's got Justice Vandermeide, who had a nice stop route in the middle of the field, and they left him open. Just inside the 9-yard line now, the Piranhas are setting up. And we are going to drop back to throw. Nate Myers over the middle. Got our man wide open. That is Chuck Noel getting into the end zone off the catch. And the Peteytown Piranhas are going to take the 7-0 lead. Defense doesn't let BYU get too far again, and the offense takes back over very quickly. We're going to send our man in motion. Nate Myers throwing, and it's going to be a slant. Sam Miles gets the catch and shakes off a defender. He's going to move the sticks. 3rd and 4 for the Piranhas after the stop by our defense. And Nate Myers is going to hit our man in the flat on a nice curl route. Sam Miles there, and he's been very active early. 3rd down and 9 for the Peteytown Piranhas. Empty formation for Nate Myers. He's going to throw one, and he just found the soft spot in their zones, and Alex Payne makes a nice catch and run there, and the Piranhas are threatening again. Starting the 2nd quarter from the 23-yard line and a fresh set of downs. Nate Myers is going to drop back, throw it over the middle, and it's a wide open Alex Payne, and he's easily going to get into the end zone, and the Peteytown Piranhas are going to be up 2 scores on the BYU Cougars.
But pay attention to what's happening on the gridiron too, people.
And a run from their running back is going to get 9 yards. It didn't look exactly pretty, but he made it effective. Another run from their running back is going to get a 1st down. He's going to try scrambling for it, and he is going to overthrow his man and get it right into the hands of Gio Arma. So very nice play by Gio, just sticking with their receiver, and their quarterback made a mistake, and Gio made him pay for it. Our offense couldn't take advantage of the interception, so BYU is back out here on offense. They're going to drop back looking, and he's just going to dump it off to his man for a 7-yard gain. And quick screen over to their man, and he's got enough for the 1st down. Here's a nice throw. They just read that coverage well and got it to the right man for the 1st down. Over the middle on a slant, and they got another chunk play of 9 yards. And their running back is going to get the blocking that he needs to keep on moving. And they're going to find him on a nice out route. They were on the same page there, and they're going to keep on moving on this drive. BYU's been on a very nice rhythm on this drive, and they're on 3rd down and 3. And they are going to go with a screen pass. The block set up nicely. He almost gets another one, but we fight off the tackle. We fight off their offensive lineman to get the tackle. And he's going to get it out just before our blitz gets in, but that's going to force a short completion. Actually, it was for negative yards. 3rd and 11 for the BYU Cougars. They've had a nice drive to this point, but it's threatening to end. And they are going to fire a pass over the middle, but their man does not have enough for the 1st down. After such a nice drive, they really want to come away with a touchdown, so they're going for it on 4th down and 4. We're bringing some pressure, and they're going to throw it, and it is incomplete. So the defense, they are going to bend, but they do not break as they force them off the field. Nate Myers scrambling, and he's going to find a man on the run. That's going to be a nice play from our quarterback, and we're going to get a nice chunk out of it. 3rd and 6 for the Peteytown Piranhas. Nate Myers is going to drop back, bringing a little pressure here. He's going to float it, and it's caught. And now Manu Ochi's got green grass in front of him, and they are not going to catch him as Manu Ochi breaks away, makes a very nice catch on the jump, and they had their man all over him, but he couldn't contain him, and that left Manu Ochi with a lot of room to work with, and he puts it in the end zone to make it a 21-0 lead. After the Manu Ochi score, our defense got a 3 and out on BYU, so we're back out here trying to add some more. Nate Myers is throwing, and he thought he had Sam Miles, but BYU's defender just kind of phased right through him, and he got the interception. Here comes BYU with a little life now, but that life is going to be extinguished a little bit as we're going to get in there with Trey Rizzo. BYU dropping back. They're going to try the mid-screen. They got a little lane to run through, but he slowed down a little bit. 3rd and 5. Clock ticking down here for BYU, and we're going to bring the pressure up the middle, and DeAndre Hepburn is going to get in there this time, and that's going to extinguish any chance at them getting a score to end this half. Our offense couldn't do anything to open the second half, so BYU is out here, but they're on a 3rd down and 4. And they're going to try a quick pass to their man, and he jukes his way. He's going to get the 1st down. Handing off to their running back, and he gets some great blocks in there and breaks a tackle of his own, and now he's got a nice little run there for a 1st down. After BYU got a 1st down, they're out here again on a 3rd down, with it being 3rd down and 5. They are going to try a handoff to their running back, and he's going to spin his way and just get what he needs for the 1st down. Dropping back to pass now. They get them pass out, and he is going to break a tackle and get 8 yards. And nice keep by their quarterback on that one, and he is going to drag Eric Gooden for the nice gain. Play action. BYU over the middle. He finds his man on a quick strike, and George Emanuel tried to make the play but just couldn't get there in time. And BYU is finally going to get on the board to make it 21-7. Nate Myers is going to try to throw it to the seam, but they make the interception, and BYU is going to bring it all the way back for a pick 6. So Nate Myers trying to get it past their defense, but he just threw it on a line and made it an easy pitch and catch for the BYU Cougars, and he had the lane to bring it all the way back. And after being up 3 scores, all of a sudden it's just a 1-touchdown lead for the Peteytown Piranhas. Here's a handoff for Chuck Noel, and he is going to stiff arm his way, and he's going to get the 1st down. Manu Ochi fits through a hole there and accelerates away, breaks a tackle, and we got another 1st down. Myers hands it off. Chuck Noel fighting his way for 9 yards. Off the RPO, it's Alex Payne. He's going to get the block on the edge there, and he is going to get it almost to the 30-yard line. 3rd and 4 for the Peteytown Piranhas. Nate Myers is going to drop back. He's going to look, got the nice protection, floats it over. Alex Payne runs under it, and Alex Payne is going to fight his way close to the end zone. Piranhas in prime scoring position now. They're going to throw it out quickly, and Alex Payne is there to make the catch. So Alex Payne played a really nice role in that drive. Between him and our running game, we're able to recover after that pick 6, and we put 7 on the board ourselves to get back to a 2-touchdown lead. Running lane for their running back. He gets around, and now he is going to break free. George Emanuel's got to run him down, but they are going to get it into our territory. Just a very well-executed play by the BYU Cougars. After the big run from BYU, they're on a 3rd down and 4 here, and they are going to drop back. We're going to bring a blitz, and he got it over the middle, and that man was open right in front of our defender for the 1st down. 3rd down and 3 for BYU, and they are going to go with a pass. He's looking around, kind of jumps on that one, and he threw it into a crowd. That incompletion is going to lead to a field goal attempt for BYU. And they are going to put it up. And it is good. So BYU is going to make it a 28-17 ball game. Kind of could question that decision there because you're down 2 touchdowns, so you really need touchdowns at this point in the game, but they're going to make the deficit a little bit smaller here. Myers looking, stepping up. He's going to throw it to the flat, and that's going to be an interception, and that's going to be the second pick 6 of the game for BYU. I just do not know what he's trying to do there. That was just not a good throw from our quarterback. And I mean, you got to give them credit. Fantastic play to read that and come up and get it. But with the man there and the flat zone coverage, you just can't make that throw. BYU is going to go for 2 here. See if we can stop them. They're going to send a man in motion, fake it to him, try a run, and that was just dead before it started. Nate Myers throws, and Alex Payne is open, and he's going to get the first down. Myers throws to the outside, and this time it's open, and Alex Payne is going to make it an even better decision as he breaks that tackle. Nate Myers throws over the middle on a nice slant from Nick Cummins. He just got in front of their defender to make the play. Myers is going to throw the slant for Sam Miles, and he's going to get a first down. Myers again looking. He's getting crunched back there, and he just gets pushed back for the sack as they got some interior pressure there. Nate Myers looking. There's a flag on the play as we get a nice completion out to Justice Vandermeide, but it is going to come back as we committed a holding penalty. Holding penalty is going to make it a 2nd down and 25 situation for the Piranhas. Nate Myers is going to throw it quickly, and we're going to get a good chunk of that back. 3rd down and 14 now for the Piranhas. Nate Myers is going to look and see what he's got. And he is scrambling. He just gets rid of the ball before getting sacked. Manuel Amador comes on for a very important kick as we got to go up by 8 points here. He is going to put up the kick in slow motion. And it is going to be good. So Manuel Amador does his job after a solid drive from the offense that stalled out due to penalties and other things, but we are going to take the 31-23 lead. Can't really blame our defense for being in this situation after 2 pick 6s, but they're out here needing to make a play, but BYU is going to get a nice strike into the seam against us, and they are starting off this drive very well. Run for their running back. He's going to get the blocking he needs for the first down. BYU again into the seam. He gets it in between 4 Piranhas defenders, and they are going to get it just outside of our red zone. And we're going to get a man free on the pass rush, and he's going to bring him down for the sack, our 4th sack of the game. What a great play. 3rd and 16 for BYU. They're going to try a drag, and he's going to get around our defender. George Emmanuel and friends brings him down before he gets the first down. 4th down and 2 for BYU. It's going to come down to this. They're looking for something. Throws it to the end zone, and he's got it in the end zone for the touchdown. BYU is going to pull themselves closer, but now they need the 2-point conversion to go their way to tie this game up. So here's the 2-point conversion attempt for BYU. They're going to try a handoff, and the lane opens up, and BYU is going to tie up this ball game. Myers looking, throws, and he's got a man open. It's Alex Payne, and he gets off the tackle, and he is going to make a huge play to get it near midfield. Nate Myers looking, throws a soft one, and it is caught again on a contested catch. What a play there. I believe that was Nick Cummins on the catch. Whatever we do, we got to keep possession of this ball. We're in position now, and it's going to be a run by Greg Hayes off the Wildcat. And we're not fooling around. We're going to let the time go, and we are going to get Manuel Amador to send the field goal. And it is through, so Manuel Amador comes through. The Peteytown Piranhas execute the drive that they need to, and we are going to absolutely escape with a 34-31 victory over the BYU Cougars. That was made much more difficult than it needed to be thanks to 2 pick sixes, but all that counts is that we got the win in that win column. Never want to see your team give up a 21-0 lead, but we almost did that. But thankfully, we came through when we needed to get the win, and we did it by getting 443 yards on offense to their 336. And we didn't get a lot of rushing yards today, only 39, and they got 99. Through the air, we were able to put a lot of yards together despite the turnovers, as we had 404 passing yards to their 237. We were 6 of 9 on third down, nice, and they were 4 of 11. We were almost brought down by those turnover issues for Nate Myers, but thankfully we overcame them, and we also forced a turnover on them. Talk about very highs and very lows for Nate Myers, as he had those 404 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions, including 2 very bad pick sixes, but we were able to pick up our quarterback, and he also helped engineer some drives, and that last drive got some good passes off, so he did execute when we needed him to. Not a lot to see here running the ball. Chuck Noel led the way with 9 carries and 27 yards. Receiving-wise, Alex Payne was a big hero as he had 10 catches, 164 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Then Manu Ochi joined the party with 2 catches, 72 yards, and a TD, including that huge 68-yarder. And you also had Chuck Noel getting that first touchdown of the game through the air. On defense, Eric Gooden was all over the place with 15 tackles, while Quincy Jones had 10. Manuel Amador was clutch for us as he hit his 2 field goals and a 49-yarder, including the game-winning field goal for us. More recruits are coming in as we got that gem athlete Quincy Vick. And for his big effort, Alex Payne was rewarded with the Big 12 Offensive Player of the Week. Things are getting a little too close for comfort with Elijah Addison as Georgia's trying to close in on him behind us. So with the addition of the hard sell, I'm also going to put a soft sell in there. Wasn't really sure about grades matching up with the deal breaker, but I just decided to do the 2 other interests he has outside of the deal breaker because it gave us the best grades possible for a soft sell. So we're going to see if that works. Fortunately, it didn't look like the visit went too well for Florida for Jamal Tavares, so if he doesn't commit this week, hopefully he will next week. Another player to keep an eye on that we added to the board is gem right guard Juan Uridia. And if we look at him, he's got some interesting things to look at here, as he is a pass protector, and it's not like things that jump off the page to you, but he does have solid things to start out with, and that gem is doing a lot of the work. And he also is in New Jersey, so we got the Tier 5 pipeline, so that definitely helps. And another guy we added on is free safety Eric Ulrich. And looking at what he's got 90 speed and 86 acceleration, and he's hybrid, so he's got his man and zone coverage in the 70s. So we'll see what we can do here. To end this episode, we're going to be taking on the 0-7 Cincinnati Bearcats with their 66 overall, so it's been a real struggle for them this season, but we got to stay focused and make sure we take care of them. Cincinnati is tossing the ball over the middle for the first play and getting 8 yards. Here's a run to the outside, and Jake Arkin fights off the block to get him down. 3rd and 6 for the Cincinnati Bearcats. They're going to drop back. We send some pressure. The pressure is going to get home as he is taken down. Byron Leon getting in on that sack. Manu Ochi is going to take the handoff up the middle, and he's got a lot of space to work with as he's going to get it into their red zone. After the big run from Manu Ochi, it's 3rd down and 6 for the Peteytown Piranhas, and we're going to go with a handoff to Chuck Noel, and Cincinnati is going to stuff it. Petey Previtt's going to go for it here on 4th down and 5. Nate Myers is going to drop back, look and see what he's got. He's going to float it into the end zone, and we're going to come back to the ball, and that is Nick Cummins making the catch in the end zone for the Peteytown Piranhas. Cincinnati tossing over the middle, and they get in front of our defenders, and they're going to get themselves the first down. Handing it off, he's got the blocks he needs, and he is going to speed past our guys, and we finally bring him down near midfield. 3rd down and 8 for the Bearcats here. They are going to drop back, look for something, and then he gets absolutely crunched by Byron Leon and DeAndre Hepburn combining on the sack, and that is going to force a punt. Nate Myers is going to fire a strike, and we are going to get a big chunk play out of that. That's a nice catch by Nick Rabe. Nate Myers dropping back. He's going to fire a deep ball, and it's complete, but there is a flag on the play, and it is going to be coming back as we have some offensive holding. 3rd down and 15 for the Peteytown Piranhas. Nate Myers looking. He's going to throw it, and we are going to get a completion to Nick Cummins. Nate Myers is going to be taken down for the sack as the protection just couldn't hold up for long enough, and that is going to put us way behind the sticks. 3rd down and 19 for the Piranhas now. Nate Myers seeing what he can do here. He is going to drop back. They're going to bring some pressure. We're going to try a deep ball. We are past their defense, and it is going to be a touchdown for Sam Miles. So a couple of 3rd and very long situations for the Piranhas, but we execute perfectly to get those first downs, and this one's actually going to result in a touchdown. And you can never underestimate that takeoff ability for Sam Miles, and he used it to excellent perfection there. And we are going to go up 14-0. Defenses kind of trading stops back and forth right now, and our offense is going to try again here. And we are going to get a run for Manu Ochi, and he's going to run away from them, make a nice spin move, and that is a nice run there for Manu Ochi. Nate Myers dropping back, clean pocket, throws out of it, and he's going to find an open Sam Miles for 9. 3rd and inches for the Peteytown Piranhas, sending Nick Cummins in motion. And we are going to throw out of it, and it's almost an interception. Try to hit our running back on the wheel route, but their defense was all over it. And now Manuel Amador is going to come out to try and kick the ball through, and he will, so that'll put us up 17-0. After our field goal, Cincinnati responds by being on 3rd down and 7, and they are going to drop back, look for something, and Jake Arkin is going to fight his way through to get himself a sack. That's going to force them off the field. Chuck Noll is going to run out of some traffic and get himself a nice gain there. Just very good ball carrier vision. 3rd and 9 for the Piranhas. Nate Myers looking to see what he's got. He's going to step up, throw it, and he fits it right in the middle of their zones, and Alex Payne is there on the receiving end. With the 2-minute warning here, it's 2nd down and 6 for the Piranhas. Nate Myers is going to try to throw, and he's got Manu Ochi in the flat, and he's going to make the catch and get it into the end zone. So the Peteytown Piranhas are going to go up 24-0, and just absolutely firing on all cylinders right now. Manu Ochi making himself heard in this game. And Cincinnati is going to hit a big play there on a corner route to get the first down. Cincinnati's looking, and this time we're going to get in for a sack as Jake Arkin and Thomas Caver get in there. And he's looking, and it's going to be a sack again, and he fumbles, but they jump right back onto it. So pass rush just really taking over on the last couple of plays. 3rd and forever. They're going to just try a wide receiver mid-screen, and it is going nowhere. So defense is going to get off the field yet again. Myers is going to throw it to Manu Ochi out of the backfield, and he's going to get a big play. Nate Myers is looking. He's going to throw a strike, and it is double covered and intercepted by their safety, and he's going to get a big return out of it to get it to inside our 30-yard line. So Nate Myers just trying to make a play, try to put some zip on that ball, but their safety was back there just lurking it, and he made a great play on that ball. And we're bringing a lot of pressure here, and it's going to get home as Jake Arkin brings him down for what looks to be his third sack of the game. Another passing play. Cincinnati gets hit as he throws, and it is going to be knocked away. Contested catch there, but Zach McGarrigle knocks it away. Cincinnati setting up for a field goal attempt here, and they are going to put it through, so Cincinnati's on the board, and it's going to be 24-3. Here's Alex Payne getting the ball, and he is going to get the nice blocks out there that he can run past for a big gain. And Chuck Noel is going to get the carry, and he is going to get the first down on some nice blocks. Chuck Noel again is going to spin out of there and spin again, and he's got a nice chunk play yet again on this drive. So Chuck Noel really showing what he can do right now. Now we're looking at a 3rd down and 3. Nate Myers dropping back. He's going to fire a throw, and it's a jumping catch for Alex Payne, and he is going to get himself into the end zone. Cincinnati just couldn't make a play on that ball as Alex Payne just got the touchdown there for us, and we are going to go up 31-3. Outside handoff that's just read absolutely beautifully by Eric Gooden for a big loss. 3rd down and 15 for the Bearcats. They're going to throw it out, and they're going to hit their man, but we're going to get them off the field. Here's a play action, and we are going to throw a strike. That's not a real dive, but Nick Cummins uses full extension to get that ball. Play action now. Nate Myers throwing, and he's going to split the cornerback and the safety and fits it in there to Justice Vandermeide. Here's the diamond look to the left here. Nate Myers making some adjustments at the line. He is going to just try and run with it, and they tackle him, and he just can't quite get it into the end zone. On the inch-yard line, it is 3rd and goal. Manu Ochi's going to take this, and they are going to stop him cold in the backfield. Manuel Amador is going to have to come out here for a 19-yard field goal, and he is going to put it through with ease, and that's going to put us up 34-3. And at this point, I'm just going to let it sim out for the rest of the game with the score being what it is, and I'll see you guys when we're at the finish line. So the Peteytown Piranhas are going to get the 40-3 victory over Cincinnati. Just made very quick work of them in this one. Never really had to sweat anything in this game. And we are going to move into the last push of the regular season feeling pretty good about ourselves. So the numbers tell the tale of the blowout win, as we had 449 yards to their 100, and we had 147 rushing yards to their -15. Through the air, we had 302 passing yards while they only managed 115. And we were only 4 of 11 on 3rd down while they were 3 of 14. And each team had 1 turnover. Nate Myers was solid today. He had 280 yards, 4 touchdowns, and that 1 interception where really I won't blame him too much. That was just a great play by their free safety. And we also gave up 1 sack. On the ground, Chuck Noel looked very good as he had 11 carries for 94 yards, and Manu Ochi had 9 carries for 46 yards. For receiving, Alex Payne led the way with 5 catches, 76 yards, and a touchdown, while Sam Miles had 3 catches for 69 yards, nice, and a touchdown. And of course, Nick Cummins coming in with 4 catches, 46 yards, and 1 touchdown. And then Manu Ochi got himself a receiving touchdown along with 3 catches and 25 yards. Defensively, we weren't out there all that much, but Jake Arkin and Eric Gooden had 6 tackles each, with Jake Arkin getting 6 tackles for a loss. For sacks, Jake Arkin led the way with 3 sacks, while Thomas Caver had 1.5, and Byron Leon had a sack, as well as Nick Kurtz. And Nick Kurtz actually, on his sack, it was a strip sack that was recovered by Benjamin Levine. And then Eric Gooden had half a sack, as well as DeAndre Hepburn. Manuel Amador was called on a little more than usual today, as he hit all 4 of his field goals, and he had a long of 58. And before we say goodbye to this episode, we got really exciting news, as 5-star quarterback Byron Talib will be joining the Peteytown Piranhas, so he is going to make our future look very bright. That'll be all for this episode. In the next episode, we are going to finish our regular season, and we will be doing that with games against Kansas State, UCF, and Arizona. I'll see you guys in the next video.